Yo, what's up guys, it's Ellis, and I'd like to be clear from the start. This isn't a hype video, this isn't really a hate video either, but this is my raw opinion on Secret Shadows. Let's start with these hidden rares. We finally got a texturized Wendigo. A lot of people have been waiting for that, but the fact that it's a hidden rare is kind of where the roller coaster begins. In my opinion, Secret Shadows hidden rares are badass, and they really nailed the expectations of the community. Yeah, the hidden rares, they're sick, but we know the hit rates are not that easy. When you're ripping packs, you're not really expecting to pull a hidden rare. I think it's like one per case. I'm not sure if that's exactly right, but I think that's the rumor. One hidden rare per case, and if you break that down, I think that'd be like 1 in 288 packs. It's not very likely to get one. For the average collector, it's really out of most people's expectations to hit a hidden rare, but whenever you do, you get hyped up, but you don't expect it. I think like most people only rip maybe a booster box or two, you know? They're not out here shredding box after box after box. I really like the Mothman, Wendigo, Grim Reaper, and I don't know how the Black Cat made it to be a hidden rare, but I'm not even mad, especially since I own a Black Cat. But I can't lie, I was super stoked to see the Grim Reaper make his return. I was really wondering if MetaZoo would implement him. So hidden rares are cards you really don't expect to pull. Let's talk about some cards that you do expect. The 3-star alt arts are what most people would expect to get whenever they're ripping a booster box. I think we could all agree with that. There's 28 of these 3 stars in Secret Shadows, and here's some of my favorite. Lately, I've been enjoying filling up binder pages of specific cards, and Secret Shadow added quite a few to that list. I think some of these 3 stars really nailed the theme of the set, like Headless Horseman, Black Cat, Rat King, Boogeyman, and quite a few more to be honest. But there's definitely some cards that I question as to how they made it to a 3-star status. Like the Broom. I know there's been some people like, how did a Broom get a 3-star, but a Wendigo didn't get a 3-star? That's kind of got me scratching my head as well. I understand wanting to have a 3-star as a utility, but I feel like a Broom is a little bit underwhelming. I probably would have went with like a Wizard Hat or Reaper's Crown or something. Reaper's Crown probably would have been what I went with. I did hear that the Broom is good for gameplay, so there's that. But I'm not gonna nag the Broom too much. I know the community is very well voiced how they feel about that. It's kind of funny that it's a meme now. I know that there was quite a few people that wanted to see like Grim Reaper, Wendigo, and a handful of other cryptids as a 3-star in the set, but hopefully we get to see them maybe as a legend rare in the next set or something. But regardless, I am glad that we did at least get hidden rare versions of the Wendigo and the Grim Reaper. But that kind of brings me back to the point to, those are super hard to hit. And for the average collector, they're probably not going to end up getting to see one of those in person unless they just outright buy it. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm sure everyone's going to have their own opinion, and for me, I'd say it's too early to judge whether it's a good thing or bad thing. But between the 3 stars and the hidden rares, we have the legend rares. Let's talk about the legend rares. Legend rares was introduced in Torrential Tides, and in my opinion, these legend rares is some of MetaZoo's top cards up to this point. For Secret Shadows, MetaZoo ended up changing the legend rares completely, to the point to where they're not even cryptids. They're now casters. From a collector standpoint, this was a bummer. I did not see casters being the legend rares in Secret Shadows. I'm just going to be honest. If I pulled one of these caster legend rares from Secret Shadows, I think the odds is 1 legend rare in 3 boxes or 4 boxes. I think that's what people say. I'll be pretty disappointed. Like I said earlier, I've been enjoying like filling up whole pages of just specific cards, and the legend rares from Torrential Tides, being as badass as they were, coming to the legend rares in this set, it wasn't it. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't it. In my opinion, it didn't really fit the set. It felt kind of out of touch. If it was me, I would have done casters as legend rares in like a spring or summer set. But from a player standpoint, hell yeah, I'd want some full art texturized casters. I just don't know if this was the set. I heard somewhere someone said that the community voted for casters to be legend rares. I don't have any screenshots of that, but it was from a pretty reliable source. If anyone has any screenshots of that poll, please send them to me. I'd love to see it. I think that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to bust their chops too much. I think the community is, once again, very well unified and voiced their opinion how they felt about it. I guess I'm going to group the common, uncommon, rare, and 2-star cards together. In my opinion, a lot of these cards had the ominous, spooky, edgy feel that I believe the community expected. It's just the twist was not enough hits with the 3 stars. Like, the 3 stars had a few good ones, but like whenever you pull a 3-star, it doesn't feel like you're like, holy you know? And then the legend rares, I don't think there's a ton of people that was stoked about that. But hidden rares, absolutely insane. Some of my favorite artwork I've ever seen. Super hard to freaking get. Like, they're not even popping up that much on eBay as of right now. There has really not been that many, like, Grim Reapers and Wendigos or Mothman pop up on eBay. I'd say maybe like 10 or less a month after release. But yeah, once again, the common, uncommon, rare 2 stars, those are some amazing cards. Like I said, the feel, the artwork, it really, a lot of the cards fit for Secret Shadows. I was like, okay, they nailed these. But with this being said, Secret Shadows being their first dark set, I feel like they did do a solid job. Obviously, they didn't make it perfect, in my opinion. Probably in a lot of people's opinion, but they did get some things right. Like the hidden rares, really good. The common, uncommon rares, I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but the lower tier cards, the artwork, the feel for those, perfect. If they could have just more hits and 3 stars, better legend rares, Secret Shadows would have been fucking nuts. Like, whenever it comes to those lower tier cards, there's so many that I like Fran P. Lobato's Bloody Mary, or John Gagney's Headless Horseman, or Joel Olsen's Black Demon. I thought that this was a very fitting cryptid, considering Black Demon, Secret Shadows, spooky, perfect. But overall, I think Secret Shadows is a pretty solid set, but I definitely think that some of the cards that people really want being hidden rares is definitely going to limit the chase. I don't know if people are going to like shred boxes to try to get those cards, or if they're just going to not even open it because they feel like they don't have a chance. That's going to be interesting to find out over time. And I can't forget to talk about the alternate box done by Tyler Ellis. In my opinion, it's pretty solid, but I have no idea what we're going to call these promos. Like, we had the Shadow Rares, Blossom Rares, still don't know what we're going to call the Tyler Rares. That's what I'm calling them. Until someone tells me what we're going to call these new promos, I'm calling them the Tyler Rares. I'd really like to pick up one of these Secret Shadows alt art boxes, but I'm not sure when I'll be able to. Might end up just picking up the single someday if I find them for a good price, but they don't even seem to be popping up that much. Catching Cryptids actually has a video opening one of these boxes, so I'll leave a link down below. But yeah, let's give MetaZoo some time and see what they got lined up for us next. I'm honestly excited to see what they have up their sleeve. But yeah, once again, this is my opinion on Secret Shadows. Hopefully someone got some enjoyment out of this. I know it's a little bit late, but maybe leave a like if you guys made it this far. Comment your favorite cards from Secret Shadows, and if you're liking what you're seeing, but if you haven't subbed yet, maybe consider it. Till then, peace out, guys.